Hello, YouTubers. Joe Kersey here on Thursday, March 5th, 2015 at just before 1300 in the afternoon Eastern Time. Now today I'm going to do one of these 20 question videos. I normally don't do this kind of stuff. I think I've done one other one about year and a half ago. I got these questions from another YouTuber whose channel, well, and he calls himself the Greatest Cookie. And the Greatest Cookie said, I'm free to use these questions. So I'm going to use these questions. You need to watch his channel, by the way. He's a very interesting guy. But before we get, there's always some premonitory stuff here. I was just very euphoric most of the day yesterday, as you might have gathered, since I put up 3 videos. Boy, that last one took a long time to upload. It took me 3 times had to try 3 times to get that thing to go up. Nonetheless, it was a mighty struggle, but we prevailed. And I slept very badly last night. You know, this AC separation was bothering me, and I was just so up and high from all of the fun I'd had all day yesterday. So needless to say, this morning I was kind of lurching around more than I usually do. But I was able to lurch over to the store because I had to buy some bread and wine. Oh, wait a minute. That bread and wine. That just hit me. Anyway, I had to buy some bread and wine. And one of the breads I get these things called Pocket Thins by Brownberry. And I don't know if they've got a. Oh, they have a price marked on it. It says $3.99. It's not. You know, at Walmart it's like $2.50. And you get 4 of these flatbreads, and they're really good. You know, you split them open, you stuffed meat them, you have a sandwich. Good product. I highly recommend it. No, I'm not sponsored by them, but it's a great product. So I had to buy some of those. And normally you only find 1 or 2 packages of this stuff because, I mean, they clearly don't last very long on the shelves. But I must have gotten there at the right time today because I got about 7 packages of these things. So we're set. Plus I got 2 loaves of bread. So that's going to be fine. We're good to go. And then I went over to the wine store, and then I also looked for one of these camera mounts that you can stick on your windshield or on your dashboard, or for vlogging on the go. Put your camera pointed at you. You can yak while you're driving, or turn it around, and you can see where you're going down the road. I haven't found one of those yet, but I did look for them at Walmart. They had all the stuff for the GoPro, but I don't really want to pop $200 for a GoPro just yet. But at some point I might. I was surprised how tiny those things were. Those are tiny little guys. So got home safe by the grace of God, and I finished chopping off the rest of the fat from this big chunk of ham with, on the bone. And I put the ham and the bone in to boil. And, oh, it smells so good right now. I wish you all could smell it. We really need smell-o-vision on YouTube. And, but then the fat, I put that over the porch rail for any sort of animals or birds or whatever that might want that fat, because it's been it's been really brutal weather up here for these guys. Actually, this morning when I took the trash down to the end of the driveway, there was a coyote track, and you could tell that he had been running, and then he stopped, and there were lots more of his tracks concentrated in one area. He had clearly gotten to something last night. So a little life and death up here on the island of peace. So now on with the quiz. Take a screenshot. You can do it yourself. Excuse me. Some of these are, well, we'll just get on with it. What's your favorite color? Blue. What's your favorite number? Basically, any prime number. Any prime number is my favorite number. I particularly like my cell phone number because the area code is not a prime number, but the exchange is a prime number, and then the 4 digits to complete the phone number are not. That is not a prime number. But I do like the exchange in my cell phone number. So that's my favorite prime number, which means I guess that's kind of my favorite number. But any prime number. Now, if you look real fast, you can see what that prime number is. What's your dream career? I'm doing it right now. I'm retired. That always used to piss people off in medical school. Because they give us these surveys about every 6 or 8 months, to the entire medical school class. And, what are you planning, what's your plan, for 10 years from now? What's your plan for 10 years from now? What's your plan for 10 years from now? Well, they'd often rephrase the question like, what's your plan 10 years after you finish training and, that sort of thing. And I always answered retired, to be retired. And it used to just piss these guys off. He says, you can't answer retired. He says, you can't answer retired. He said, you're not going to be retired in 10 years. I said, I'm going to give it a damn good shot. Turns out it took 11 years. But that was my dream career, to be retired. Sit around, read history, listen to music, travel. As it turns out now, make YouTube videos. Where do you see yourself living when you're on your own? Well, obviously. Where's your favorite place to travel? Well, I would have to say the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, basically anywhere in Michigan, but particularly the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. And then, of course, the United Kingdom. And I would like to go back to Europe. Particularly, I'd like to go back to see Central and Eastern Europe, which I wasn't able to see because of the Iron Curtain and all the communists and all that tyrannical crap that was going on in 1971. What do you do in your free time? I make YouTube videos, read history, listen to music, stare out at the world from the back deck, stare out at the world from the front driveway. That's what I do in my free time. Favorite clothing store? Well, basically anything, anything online that has what I need. Now, I don't buy, I rarely buy clothes. Last clothes I bought were these chill pants. I bought that from, I bought that from Walmart online. But I used to buy a lot of stuff from LL Bean. Actually, the Seed Consultants free hoodies might be one of my favorite clothes stores. Dream car. Well, I had a Mercedes 1985 300 SD sedan. I bought it used. It had 88,000 miles on it. I bought it new. I bought it used in 1991. It was a 1985 model. Diesel. It was one of the diesel cars. And I loved that car. Oh, I love that car. You couldn't, if you had like 8 snowflakes on the ground, you couldn't drive it because it was, you wouldn't get any traction, which always amazed me because, you would think that a German car could be driven in snow to a certain degree. But this car, wow, I mean, you could drive 14 hours in that car, and you'd get out at the end of the trip, and you felt like $1,000,000. You hadn't been beaten to death. You get the thing up to speed, and then the thing sort of sinks down on the road, and the tires go out on each side. It's like, I love that car. I would get about 35 miles a gallon over the Appalachian Mountains when I drive that thing down to North Carolina from Columbus, Ohio. But ultimately, it just became too expensive for me to maintain it. So I got rid of it. Well, I traded it in for the ill-fated F-250 Super Duty diesel truck that basically had a front end that basically wouldn't hold together. But I put over 80 some thousand miles on it. I think when I traded it in, it had like 166,000 miles on it. I loved it. Great car. Great car. What TV shows can you not live without? Well, I mean, the answer to that is, there isn't a single TV show in the universe that I can't live without. But currently, the ones I like right now at the moment are Modern Family and The Middle. Well, and then I like to watch that that thing with the the Parsons fellow. Where all the guys are living in San Diego. The engineers, the geeks, and I can't think of a name right now, but I do like it. 3 things you need in life are air, food, and water. Well, roof over your head, clothes on your back, food in your belly. That's what you need in life. Anything else is just extra. I want to say that again. Food in your belly, clothes on your back, a roof over your head, and anything else is just extra. Period. If you were given £1,000,000 to yourself, what would you do? Well, that's about $1.6 million. Well, I'd invest it. That's what I'd do with it. I have a celeb crush on. Get real. There's a lot of eye candy out there, but come on. What's your favorite treat to eat? Well, I like ham and beans. Oh, well, actually, what I really like is pizza with about this much cheese on top, and a lot of meat underneath that cheese. That's what I really like to eat. Well, that and Subway subs. Subway subs, one of those all-the-way subs. One of those a day will keep you alive. 2 of those a day, is an absolute cornucopia. Subway subs and pizza. My favorite animal is Labrador Retrievers. But I also am kind of partial to squirrels and deer and turkeys. But Labrador Retrievers. Well, I also like cows and pigs. Yeah. I do not like raccoons and opossums. I'm not too damn fond of cats either, frankly. What's your favorite season? Fall. Without a doubt. Autumn, fall. My favorite childhood shows were, well, I used to always watch Captain Kangaroo. Mr. Green Jeans and Captain Kangaroo and Mr. Moose and that rabbit dude that was such a dickhead. Why did you start making YouTube videos? Well, I thought it'd be something fun to do. I had no idea it would sort of take over sort of pretty much the bulk of my, well, not the bulk of my time, but captivate me the way it has. What do you hold close to your heart? Our Lord Jesus Christ. That's what I hold close to my heart. What is the one music artist you're in love with? Mozart and Bach. It's hard to put those in order. Well, and then also, if you want to have a little affair, Handel, Haydn, Mendelssohn, Beethoven. I think you all get the idea. That guy that Vivaldi, you know, Telemann. I also like Creedence Clearwater Revival and Don McLean and Bob Seger and Randy Van Wormer, Procol Harum. You know, it's a whole bunch of stuff like that. But you know, Mozart and Bach. Lo and behold, that's the 20 questions. So I guess we're done here. So our work for today is over. So bye-bye, YouTubers.